the chairperson, I would like to say a few things before I share my gains on the thought of Nursi on violence, which I gained in fact through my readings of secondary sources on his writings. First thing, what I would preferably do here, I will seek refuge in Allah and also seek His guidance and blessings for each of us. The second thing which I prefer to do is that I would like to give my sense of appreciation to the organizers of this project here in India, both Indians and brothers from Turkey, because this project in fact has introduced me to the very question, the academic question, which often I used to ask myself and some of my friends who in fact are engaged in research on violence, that why it is when Islam, which in fact is itself peace and talks of peace, talks of non-violence, Muslim world has not been able to produce a champion of the cause of non-violence. I thank to people from India and Turkey because of my engagement, because of the opportunity which I in fact had here. I introduced myself to the writings of Nursi. There I locate the answer to my question that no, there is a man who is an activist and who rejects violence, where in all societies and everywhere, violence is something which is fundamental. Violence is something which exists. I also request the chairperson that I would try here to finish my thought, my sharing with you people on violence, in case if I'm not able to complete my sharing with you. I would like to be given some more time, the time which has been saved by not asking the questions from the audiences or clarification from them.
Brother, let me clarify, since the sessions are interlinked, the next session will be delayed. Everything is interlinked. So please follow the timetable.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, violence is fundamental part of our existence. In all religious and secular traditions, violence is a constant theme. All use violence to undermine those who disagree or different. Its meaning, content and nature is not universal. Different perspectives exist, each looking and analyzing it from different paradigms, locating its cause to different aspects of social and individual existence. The common understanding is that violence is not a single kind of activity, but categories of activities that share some common features, usually associated with the use of force. The most observable expression of which is through armed resistance and violence. Nursi looks at the phenomenon of violence from a perspective of his own. For him, violence has roots in hatred. It is responding to hatred with hatred that causes man to fall into the trap of habit, resulting into the hate relationship which serves the cause of vicious cycle that generates violence. Means hate is the cause of hate, destructiveness, brutal and inhumanity in man. Hatred, Nursi ascribed unbelievers. Hatred for him disconnects the bonds that connect the man to both himself and all other beings, causing enmity even among brothers, sowing seeds of alienation in everything, making everything appear unequal to everything else. For him, unbelief is evil, a destruction which renders the universe meaningless for unbelievers, negating all the attributes manifested in beings, which is a violation, a stepping beyond the mark of a level and a crime. Violence for Nursi, in fact, is an inherent dimension, inherent characteristic of unbelief. It is necessitated by the hatred. Complete submission to the Supreme Being, the Creator, the Sustainer of this universe, makes a man non-violent. This is how Nursi looks upon the issue of violence. This is what he has presented to us through the way he resolved his traumatic experiences, providing us with the model how to live a non-violent life. Quran is the main source of his approach to living a non-violent life. The most frequently used Quranic verse which constitute the foundation of his non-violence thought and approach is, no one bears the burden of others, establishing the principle of individuality of crime. For Nursi, non-violence is an attribute of belief. It is said that faith that establishes genuine brotherhood and relations between beings. There is no hostility, strife or brutality in the believer's spirit, and he feels a sort of brotherhood even with his greatest enemy. Faith creates tolerance, pluralism and respect for other traditions. For Nursi, non-violence is an attribute of belief. It is faith that establishes genuine brotherhood and relations between things. This is repetition. Nursi never applied violence. In his whole life, he never applied violence. He discouraged it, condemned it, and criticized it. Referring to the Quranic verse, surely humans are extreme wrongdoers and ignorant, and uses other ones to call for a response. Do not incline towards those who oppress or else fire will touch you. Believers or brothers, make peace between your brothers and respond with what is most beautiful. Then you will see that the one with whom you have enmity becomes a passionate friend of yours. For him, even to be pleased with oppressors is oppression, is violence. The use of violence is betrayal of the true faith in God. Faith in Allah. Only weak resorts to violence, and those who have strong confidence in their faith also have the resources to settle conflict peacefully, generating a sense of security that then leads to an acceptance of difference, disagreement. Faith bolsters self-confidence and allows believers and Muslims to enjoy the diversity around them. Nursi rejects violence both in thought and action. Throughout his writing, he develops the principle of implementation of non-violent actions of love, tolerance, and the use of reason with profound focus on responding to evil with kindness, to working for peace regardless of obstacles and the oppressive conditions. His responding to his experiences, exile, imprisonment, surveillance, searches, and court cases, was a means of forming a stronger bond and relations with his Creator to arrive at peace. Authorities always provoked him to break the law or into taking some form of retaliation. Nursi, imbued with divine guidance and the policy of non-violence and coexistence, always faced the opposition peacefully. Nursi dedicated his life to order in society. He says, if I have 100 souls I will sacrifice all of them for the sake of the order in society in order to prevent the loss of innocent lives. The treatise of light provides service to prevent society from anarchy and bring order as it serve the faith of Nursi observed that his writings affected people to the extent that their moral conscience would not allow them to contribute to the disorder of society and anarchy. Throughout his writing in Risale-e-Nur, he develops 5 pillars of social harmony to shield society from social disorder and anarchy. These principles were compassion, respect, trust, to be conscious of what is lawful and unlawful, and obedience to the rule of law. According to Nursi, it is not possible to assign a policeman to every member of the society. Yet, through living these principles, who is not well recognized outside the world, there are other champions of non-violence, and the one who is from this nation, Mahatma Gandhi, his contributions has been recognized, and what I think that his contributions to idea of non-violence must be further investigated so that the cause of Islam can be better served, that Islam is something which doesn't promote violence, and this blame which is on all of us that we engage in violence, that through following his way of life, his model of life which he has presented to us, that will in fact serve the cause of Islam. Thank you, friends.